what?
Damn him! Run! Jeffrey!
I'm not leaving you.
Jeffrey, there's nothing we can do. Be free. For me. Come on.
I'll be back for your little sister. Stupid girl.
I'm sorry, sir.
Not yet, you're not. Where are they going?
Don't know.
Well, they won't get far. Take it back to the ship.
Ah!
Hammer anymore and you'll pay for it! I'll have you both. Dead or alive.
Kidnapped.
Taken at gunpoint by my own slaves.
The menial classes just cannot be trusted these days, can they?
I shot one of them. Clipped her on the leg.
Whilst I understand your concern for your wife's safety, senor, I really do not see how this concerns me.
Need I remind you, Colonel, that this town is your jurisdiction? My wife's safe return is entirely your responsibility.
When I have the time, I will look into the matter.
I should tell you, sir, that I am an ex-officer of the King's Navy.
And perhaps I should tell you, sir, that England and Spain really have never been the best of friends. Now, if you'll excuse me. You do not think I'm a man who can be bought?
Certainly not.
The honor of my office is sacrosanct. As military commander here, I'm impervious to bribery.
Well, then just consider it a gift. A mark of esteem between one officer and another.
In that case, it is very kind of you. I shall be happy to initiate a search for your wife.
I knew that you would.
Just as soon as I have finished my lunch. Good day.
Run away from a lady when she's talking to you. He's a thief. Let's see what you tried to steal. Food? Just food? Please. You meant no harm. If you were hungry, why didn't you just ask? What if we need more than food?
How is he?
This is really not my field.
Believe me, Doctor, if there were a veterinarian within 100 miles of this pueblo, he would be here. In this case, I have to make do with you. Such a noble stallion. Did you know that he descended from royal stock? Is he in very much pain, do you think?
The abdomen is very distended, but it might just be an intestinal blockage.
You are talking about constipation. I'm worried whether he has got colic. It could be fatal.
Look, I am doing the best I can. Did you hear a rumor about a woman being shot on the beach?
A runaway slave. It is none of our concern.
Well, is she alive?
Apparently, yes. So, Doctor, do you think he will recover?
I've given him some castor oil. Now we just have to wait and see.
Castor oil? Is that the best you can offer?
As I keep trying to explain to you, my forte is with patients of a two-legged variety.
And perhaps I should remind you to be a little bit more grateful, Doctor. I have just sent you a client.
The woman from the beach?
No, a sea captain. A compatriot of yours, actually.
And what's this ship's captain's problem?
Apart from being English, you mean?
Look at the size of that thing. That is a very nasty boil.
No, that's the least of my troubles. Oh, these damn slaves. You look after them, you feed them, you treat them like human beings, and they just run off. Whatever happened to gratitude, eh?
Not indeed.
Damn it, you know, they cost me hundreds of sovereigns. I thought it was a good investment, but now I'm just sick about it.
You must be very worried about her.
Oh, you mean my wife? Oh, kidnapped at gunpoint and all that? Yeah, terrible. You know what, Helm? These slaves can be treacherous. You have to maintain a constant vigilance.
Perhaps I should have a look at the girl that was shot.
Ah, good Lord, no. Just a flesh wound.
Could turn septic, though. Well, surely if you feed more to these people, you want to make sure that they can work properly.
Yes, but how much is it all going to cost? There are limits.
For you, Captain, I'll make a special offer. Shouldn't cost more than it would to treat a sick mule.
Splendid. Splendid, then we have a deal.
You might want to bite down on that.
No, I don't worry about me. A Navy man can stand up to pain.
I should never have left her.
There was nothing you could do. Colonel Montoya's soldiers are tearing the town apart looking for you. Me? Your husband claims you were kidnapped by your slaves.
That's a lie.
I was the one who helped them to escape.
What did you hear about my sister?
Nothing. I'm sorry.
My husband's a monster.
I'm done talking.
Please, let me take care of this. What are you doing?
I'm going back.
It's too late for that.
I won't desert Agatha again.
There's nothing you can do. We have to think, Jeffrey. We have to plan.
Like you planned our escape. Tell me, did you plan to free us or to escape from your husband?
You can't fight them all.
Then I'll die.
Don't.
I believed in you. You said this would work.
You have your freedom. Don't throw it all away.
My freedom means nothing without Agatha.
He's going back for her, isn't he?
Brave, but foolish.
Take care, Camila.
I've never been treated by a doctor before.
Well, then it's my privilege to be the first. How does that feel?
Better. Have you heard anything about my brother?
You just worry about getting enough sleep. I'll ask around, I'll see what I can find out. What's your name?
Agatha.
I'm Robert. Robert Helm.
My mistress spoke of a Robert Helm.
Said so.
She was engaged to him.
What's your mistress' name?
Camilla?
Camilla. And Wentworth.
Not here, sir. We must talk below.
Let's go.
must do something.
Señorita Alvarado has gone to find help. Please be patient.
Jeffrey's right. I am to blame for all of this.
You're not responsible for the blood on your husband's hand. This will calm you.
There must be some law in this territory.
The only law in Santa Elena is Coronel Montoya.
Good. Then I'll talk to him. He'll help.
Our colonel helps no one but himself.
But there is no one else.
Montoya is a dangerous man.
Yes, well, not as dangerous as my husband.
Property, Dr. Helm.
Not with me on board, you don't.
Where is my wife?
You stop this now!
You stay out of this. Where is my wife?
Oh, God, no!
Ah! Agatha, my dear. What perfect timing. Now, Jeffrey, perhaps you will remember. Where is Camilla?
Don't! She's hiding in a hacienda in the country.
I will count to 3. 1.
It belongs to a woman!
2.
Son of a bitch! Her name is Tessa Alvarado.
3. Take them both below. Prepare the longboat. We will find my wife and we will flog some respect into her. And in the meantime, you can throw this piece of garbage overboard.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Oh, God. That looks nasty.
Yeah, tell me I should see a doctor.
It could have been worse. You could have drowned.
I mean, my life. Again.
So, what's Wentworth got against you?
Oh, Camilla.
What?
I gotta get to my horse.
What about her? Where are you going?
Wentworth knows Camilla's at the Alvarado Hacienda. I have to get there before he does. Hey, hey! Where are you going?
I just remembered I have a few errands to run. Are you all right to ride by yourself?
I don't know.
Oh, great. See you around.
Am I to understand that these slaves did not kidnap you?
No, Colonel. I organized their escape.
How charitable of you. And you did all this without informing Senor Wentworth?
There's no reasoning with that man. I beg you, protect us from him.
I am the military governor here. Domestic disputes do not fall under my jurisdiction.
Colonel, please. If not as a man of the law, then as a man of honor.
Personally, I find slavery a barbaric institution. But I have no authority on your husband's ship. However, here in Santa Elena, my authority is law.
Then you'll help us.
First things first. I will arrange a room for you at the hotel. For your own safety, of course. Guard?
Si, Colonel.
In a few moments, escort this lady to the hotel. Guard her room until you are relieved. You'll be out of danger there until I can investigate this situation more thoroughly.
But you will do something to help Jeffrey and Agatha.
Don't worry, you can place their lives in my hands. I will do everything I can.
God bless you, Colonel.
And you, Senora. See that no one enters her room. And of course, see that no one gets out.
Why didn't you stop her?
What did you want me to do? Shoot her? She's a very determined woman.
Dr. Helm.
I tell him you're not here.
No. It's all right.
Senorita, hurry, please!
Dr. Helm.
Where's Camilla?
Dr. Helm. What an unexpected surprise. You're looking rather damp. Is it raining?
I'm looking for Camilla Wentworth.
Isn't she beautiful? I'm so impressed how she keeps herself so pretty living at sea.
Where is she?
She went to go see Colonel Montoya.
Right. She was very determined.
Montoya's the last person she should go to.
Dr. Helm? May I ask why you're so concerned? Is the lady a friend of yours?
You might say that. She was once going to be my wife.
What are you doing? You're better with a sword than with a paring knife. Dr. Helm said he was once going to marry her, that he still is.
I don't care about Dr. Helm. What makes you think I care about Dr. Helm? I don't know what I feel, Marta. I just think it's funny that I'm gonna risk my life to save her. So she could be with him.
If he's meant to be with her, there's nothing you can do.
Is he meant to be with her?
You are the only one who seems to be so sure of it. Now, go to your job and leave me to mine.
Colonel! Oh, Colonel!
Ah, Senorita Alvarado.
Didn't you hear me calling?
You must forgive me. My mind was elsewhere.
I'm looking for a friend of mine. Camilla Wentworth? I don't suppose you know who she is.
Please, take a seat.
Thank you.
As a matter of fact, I do. And it is a very curious situation.
I don't understand.
Well, you see, Senorita, her husband claims that his wife was kidnapped by slaves. However, Senora Wentworth claims that it was she who was responsible for organizing the slaves' escape.
Well, Colonel, if I can help clear anything up.
And strangely, once more, I find you at the center of intrigue.
Well, it's true. They ran to my hacienda. Probably because it's so close to where their boat landed.
How fortunate for them. Now, if you'll excuse me, Senorita.
Perhaps I should drive her back to my hacienda.
Really, Senorita, I think you have done quite enough already.
I was thinking she might want to freshen up. You know, before she sees her husband.
I have already thought of that. Which is why Senora Wentworth is enjoying the luxurious hospitality of our lovely hotel.
Hi, Colonel. Looks like you thought of everything.
Senorita. A lovely thing to say.
I demand that you take me to the hacienda of this Alvarado woman immediately.
You know Senorita Alvarado?
I have it from a man who is facing certain death that she is holding my wife hostage.
You should be careful whose word you take, Senor. In my experience, quite extensive, a man facing death is apt to say many things, few of them reliable.
I will take that risk.
Sir, did I not give you my word as one officer to another that I would look for your wife?
After your damned lunch.
Well, it is now long after my damned lunch, and I have your wife.
Where? I insist upon seeing her.
Yes, of course. But first of all, we should discuss one outstanding matter. The subject of my expenses.
How dare you, sir? Are you trying to hold me ransom?
No, no, no. I was merely going to suggest an exchange. You see, I have something that you want. And you have something that I want.
What could I possibly have that would interest you?
It has come to my attention that you have 2 cannon aboard your ship.
Correct. What? You want my cannon?
Only one of them. Surely a beloved wife would be worth the sacrifice.
All right. Done, Colonel Montoya. Now take me to my wife.
Guard,
Yes, sir.
prepare a transport wagon for 1 cannon.
Sí, Colonel.
Onward, senor. To wedded bliss.
Easy, boy. You.
Who are you?
It doesn't matter. You have to trust me.
Trust you?
Please, it's important.
Dressed as a bandit, you break in and attack one of the guards that's supposed to be protecting me.
Protecting you? He's keeping you prisoner.
Prisoner? Me? You're talking nonsense.
Colonel Montoya's using you.
That's where you're wrong. I'm under the protection of Colonel Montoya.
Okay, I'm wrong. Is there another guard outside?
Yes, there is, and if you don't leave immediately, I'll call him in.
Go on. I dare you.
Guard! Help! Look out! What now? You going to attack me next?
Camilla, it's all right. I'm a friend of Robert Helm.
Robert?
We don't have much time.
Robert's here in Santa Helena.
Quick.
How could he be here of all places? I just don't understand him at all.
Join the club.
Your wife is in the hotel.
Since when?
I have done everything possible to make sure she's comfortable.
I won't tolerate trickery, you know. If one hair on her head has been harmed, our deal is off.
Calm yourself, Capitan. As one military man to another, you have my word. The last time we spoke, the lovely Mrs. Wentworth was in fine health and spirits.
How the hell did
You seem surprised to see me, Wentworth.
You two know each other?
a passing acquaintance?
Is that what you call attempted murder?
Come now, you exaggerate.
Surely you haven't forgotten. Crack on the head, a dip in the ocean. Ring any bells?
How intriguing.
Yes, people do the strangest things.
As you correctly say, Doctor, people can be very unpredictable.
This man is a savage. He treats his people like animals. I'll wager his wife wasn't abducted at all. I bet she ran.
Mind your own business.
Camilla O'Brien is my business.
How dare you insult my wife?
Guards.
Have you completely lost your senses? I am shocked. Shocked, Doctor. Captain Wentworth is a fellow countryman of yours. And an ex-officer of the British Navy.
Yes, but he is no gentleman.
I must insist, Doctor. Control yourselves. You two, take him to my office.
This is not over, sir.
Most regrettable. Our doctor is very hot-headed. Well, for an Englishman. Personally, I blame the sun. Shall we? As you can see, Capitan, I have ensured absolute and strict security.
He definitely saw me.
Of course he saw you. He called you by name.
But did you see him smile? I think he was happy to see me.
Think there might be a better time for this?
Do you know we were engaged once? But when Robert left the army to become a doctor, Father called him a coward and a disgrace.
Dr. Helm is neither of those things.
Father broke the engagement and made me marry Charles Bloody Wentworth. Charles presented himself to society as a brave and honorable sea captain.
He was a slave trader.
You must take me to Robert.
You can't go back to town.
I must see him.
No. It's too dangerous.
Then I'll go without you.
He means that much to you?
I was foolish enough to lose him once. I won't lose him again.
You locked me up, and you let Wentworth go.
I can see how to a layman my methods might appear a little controversial, even radical.
How about downright illegal?
Please, Doctor, I did this for your own protection.
My protection?
How many times have you said to me in the past, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure?
But in this case, the disease is already well established.
I am dealing with a very delicate international situation here.
Yes, and I am dealing with human life. Wentworth shot an innocent girl.
Whatever the rights and wrongs of the issue, she is his property.
That is beside the point!
Is it? Those slaves kidnapped his wife.
Why would they do that, Colonel?
Presumably as a ransom for their freedom.
And have they made a ransom demand at any time in this?
Stay out of it, Doctor. That is not a recommendation. That is an order.
Door's locked. You'll be safe here.
Everything in this room is just so much like Robert.
Well, the real thing will be coming along soon.
He's still very handsome, don't you think?
In an English sort of way.
Bad decisions.
Yeah, I met him.
I had no choice, Robert. You remember Father, he was...
It's all right. It's all in the past now.
I'm not going back to him. You don't know him.
You don't have to.
You don't understand. He'll kill me.
It will be all right.
It'll never be all right.
Whatever happens, I will protect you, I swear.
How? He's relentless. Robert, the only thing that will stop him is death.
Then tell me, Colonel, just whose damn fault is it? She was in your custody, in your hotel, guarded by your soldiers.
She had committed no crime, and therefore she was not in custody.
Ah, but a crime was committed. I witnessed it, and I want to know what the hell you're going to do about it.
Certainly, I intend to attempt an investigation. If I can find 5 minutes in the day which are free from your infernal interference. As the husband of the woman allegedly kidnapped, could you tell me how she came to me of her own accord?
Oh, no. Now, just you wait a moment.
And may I remind you, sir, that lying to the authorities is a very serious offense indeed. Both a few moments ago and earlier, When you said your wife was kidnapped, she was not. However, I am a just man. My only interest is to see the happy couple once again reunited. You shall have each other, and I shall have my cannon.
It's a little late for that, don't you think? This Queen of Swords has rather spoiled your part of the bargain.
Not at all. I shall have your wife at the beach by tomorrow's sunrise. And you know what I expect in return.
Very well. Deliver my wife, and you will have your cannon.
Sergeant Gomez.
Yes, sir.
Is your very pretty sister here?
Sí, Colonel. Ramona?
Well, well, well. Good afternoon, Mrs. Charles Wentworth.
You can't do this alone. There's too many of them.
There's no one else.
I'll go with you.
And risk being seen with me?
It's dark. Who'll know?
What's wrong, Marta? I've done this before.
What are you thinking about? Right now, tell me.
Camila.
And?
And the doctor. Marta, do you think?
I think you'll be dead by morning if you don't concentrate on your job tonight.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't mock me, listen.
Who are you?
Where's Agatha?
Below.
Get her to the rowboat. Don't worry. I'll cover you. I'm a friend.
Who goes there?
Hurry, the boat's over here.
Captain Woodward! They're escaping!
Have you ever considered a career in the circus?
Not when there's clowns like you around.
The last time we met, you ran off before we were formally introduced.
I take it you have that effect on most women.
Where is my wife?
Philadelphia.
Outrun them.
I think this is a case of discretion being the better part of valor, no?
Jeffrey, we've lost.
What fate takes away with one hand, it so often bestows again with the other. Ah. This is going to be a beautiful day. Sergeant?
Sir.
Prepare the gallows.
After your last fiasco, Colonel, you'll be so sure that they will both show up before my slaves are hanged.
Do not worry. They will be here. The Queen cannot resist the lure of justice. And your wife will come to rescue the slaves, after all. She has proved her loyalties once before.
Colonel.
Senorita?
Don't tell me. Another hanging? Oh, dear. Anybody I know?
I sincerely hope not. These people kidnapped this gentleman's wife.
Captain Charles Wentworth, ma'am. I saw them take my wife with my own eyes.
Captain Wentworth? Why, I had the pleasure of entertaining your wife at my hacienda recently.
Aha. So you are Senorita Alvarado.
I must say, Camila didn't seem kidnapped to me. As a matter of fact, she was in excellent spirits.
Alas, she has now vanished and will be unable to corroborate your testimony.
But if she's free, how could she have been kidnapped?
Might I suggest, Senorita, that you be very careful what you say. You, too, could be considered part of the conspiracy.
Me?
She was at your hacienda.
Is there no hope for them?
If only the captain's wife would appear, then the truth could finally be known.
Provided anyone's at all interested in it. Good day, Colonel.
He has to die, Robert. There's no other way.
I can do many things, Camilla, but murder is not one of them.
Well, it wouldn't be the first time.
We were at war.
I'm so sorry, Robert. But surely the life of 3 is worth the life of 1.
I will not murder him. Yeah, maybe your father was right. Maybe I am just a coward.
You were never a coward.
Wait here.
Where are you going?
Just be ready to ride.
Hey, Chencho! How's that shoulder of yours? Any more trouble? I have the situation under control!
You men always say that.
God bless you.
Thank you. There's some horses at the stables. Take them and go to the ship.
Camilla's still in my office.
I'll deal with her. Just get those 2 to the beach.
All right, let's go, let's go! Come on.
What happened here? Go! Tell Montoya the Queen is heading for the beach.
Yes, sir!
I'll join him later. Camilla! How dare you humiliate me?
Please, Charles. I beg you.
When you left my ship, you lost the right to beg. Till death do us part.
A scalpel's such a messy divorce.
Then how about a sword?
That was for Agatha. And that was for Jeffrey.
Nicely done. I've been wanting to do that since the day we were married.
Let's go. Dr. Helm is waiting.
appear to be a little late, Capitan.
What has happened to my ship?
At least you have not lost everything.
First you lose my wife, then you lose my slaves, and now you have lost my ship.
And the Queen has lost me my cannon and left me with you. A poorer trade I cannot imagine.
I wonder where they'll go.
Anywhere they want.
Camilla's a fine lady,
Yes, she is.
so why don't you go with her?
I have my reasons.
Maybe one day you'll tell me what they are.
Maybe you already know.
I have to go now, Doctor.